I got for selling me clothes, open for selling me blanket. If ever I list for the soldier again, devil shall be me sergeant.
Right, ladies and gents, yeah, having a bit of a slow day here, just staring at that sewing machine. Well, I've got a lot of things I need to get done, but sometimes you just have a bit of a block. So what I've decided to do is, boom, get a cover slip or a case made for the well, what I call that, the top end squirrel cooker or cooking system that Ginger Bruce has kindly given to me. I said, well, in the conversation, he said, you make me a pouch and I'll make you one of these, so there's an exchange going on here. So yeah, I just thought I'd do it as a quick how-to, or if anybody's got these things. I think my boxer dog might be making an appearance in a moment. But yeah, so yeah, mission for today, get this done then, or at least get best way through it. It is 29 inches, I think it was. Yeah, 29 inches long, and that means I've cut a long piece and I've had to sew what will be the flap onto it. Okay, it's too long. Booty, go away, princess. And inside I've got to have a number of items, that being the main one. That one will have to go into a sleeve on the inside, and these two will do as well. So I think with all of these things, obviously I'm going to do one, and if I end up just putting the smaller man portable one, as I call it, that I made with James the Bushcraft blacksmith, in there, and using the one sheath for everything that's long that I need to carry, be they basher poles or anything like this. So this will be a multi-purpose pouch, sheath, cover, whatever we want to call it, however we want to describe it. So that will certainly fit in there. So I'm doing certainly a 2-for-1 on this. And as always, that's just there. Before I start sewing it together, I've got to work out, put the attachments points on the back, and obviously think about sewing on the front the pouch securing system. So the next time I bring you back, I'll have done that, because you have to do the outside before you can turn it inside and sew it up. And I think on the inside I'm going to have some sheaths within the sheaths. It's probably a lot easier to show you what I've got in mind rather than actually display that. So bring you back in a moment. Right, ladies and gentlemen, fair bit of sewing lately. I've not done nothing you've not seen done on the machine before. I've either used a straight stitch or a zigzag stitch. As we look at it now, looking at the outside of it, that's the lid and this is the back. That's the items that are going to go inside it, plus that one's too long. So I'll move them away for a minute to show you what I've done so far. Because remember, when you're doing a patch, you've got to sew everything on the outside first, okay? And that means all the attachments and buckles. So this is the back of it. There's a D-ring, which I can clip anything onto, and I've sewn some seatbelt material, 50mm loops. So do you know when you've got a like a horizontal strap on a Bergen, or even as a type, you can thread your straps through there and actually hold it onto the side or front of your Bergen. I've just done 3 of them, no need to waste, sort of not do enough for it. And as we go down, there's the bottom of it. I've marked it with a little chalk line there. There's 3 more exactly the same, 25mm webbing this side, just to tie off and stop it from swinging from side to side. So I will then come round to what will be the front, and again sewn a few things on here, because you can't do it once you assemble the pouch. Turn it inside out, sew it back up. And again, there is a length of 25mm webbing, which will go to a Fastex buckle, and that will be the closure system on this, okay, because I need it fairly robust. I will put this on probably the last thing once I've shaped the whole pouch. I can do that later on, but just to stop anything being sewn up there, as a little tip for you, because just put that on a paper clip, and Harper, don't you dare start barking at the next dog, just to hold it in place while I'm sewing up. And a little brainwave, which is quite unusual for me. So as I've been doing it, make sure it's in shot, just give us a second. Yeah, it is. I've sewn a small rectangular pouch on there, sealed by Velcro. Don't need a flap to come over, just a piece of Velcro. And I'll tell you what that's all about later on, because when you're doing a little tutorial, that probably ain't the most exciting. try and keep it, you know, like a lady's skirt, long enough to cover the object but short enough to arouse interest. So anybody guess so far what's going to be in that little square pouch there, rectangular pouch? Brownie points if you can guess it. Take care. Right, ladies and gents, the next problem I've got and I foresee happening is, being an old soldier, guess what? You do not want to be humping the boonies, walking along with that burden on your back and that metal's going clink on clink on clink, okay? A lot of metal items dropped into the bottom of a long bag will give you that effect. Metal upon metal sound will just carry for ages and ages, especially at night, you know, low light or times when your pups don't want it. So here's the inside of it. I haven't sewn it up yet, so I'll take you through my thought process. What you don't want is this. These things jiggling about. They'll just fall to the bottom and do that as you're walking along probably. So I'm thinking, can I, these two short ones, I can't do nothing about the longer one, but I can separate these inside the bag. If I put a, it's going to have to be that long, there's the actual top of the bag, the back of it I'm looking at now, a pouch within a pouch, well actually let's actually scoring that out there, to drop them two into. I may actually go away and play with that idea, okay? And I just had a thought. If you imagine that's the front of the pouch, which it is up to there, I can just also sew another pouch on there so I can drop this into it, separating all four pieces, so I won't get the clinky effect as well. But that's going to take a little bit of thinking about, so I'm just going to have what I call a posh coffee, a moment of reflection and think about how I'm going to get that done. But yeah, I'm going to do the back one first, and I wonder will that one be better for me to do. I'll tell you what, that might be better that way. Anyway, I'm going to have to take it all in and have a little measure up. I won't bore you with that, but you can see where I'm going. You don't really want that noise, so bring you back later. Right, ladies and gents, yeah, but anyway, I had a bit of a posh coffee, had a bit of a think about things. Definitely don't want all that metal in there jingling about as it will do. Might as well just be walking along playing a trombone. I think my dog Harper's going to make an appearance there, and maybe Booty me boxer might. Anyway, so here's a little Mac tightwad solution to that problem. I'll try and show you best as I can. Right, a pouch within a pouch. So literally, that's the inside. That's the main support. So I'll just take that for a side at the moment because that'll go in the main pouch. But if it will allow me to, as we just said, I used up a bit of Brancador and Ireland. For no other reason, I've just got some of it, need to use it up. So to separate things, inside the pouch, there'll be a pouch, and that will be where the fork goes, down in there. Also, if I'm not using this to carry the big squirrel cooker, there's lots of stuff like my fold down saw and other types of kit. The two rods for me hammock to separate the mozzie net will go inside there. But yes, ladies and gents, nicely sewed on. Doesn't need to be sewed on all the way down. That pouch within a pouch. And on the other side, hopefully the dogs are not going to start barking. Harper. Boogie me boxer. There's the inside of the front, okay, and I've had to be careful not to go over these the strap in there that's gonna from my closure buckle. Still got that clicked in there, but what we see here is another little pouch, custom sewn to take the two other attachments. One's a bit longer. Murphy's Law's just coming. There's a sec, ladies and gents. It is coming out. There we go. So I've got them two. Will be on the front. When I want them to go in the pouch, they'll simply slip down inside. As we see, they're held quite tightly. I'm quite happy with that. I've exactly how I wanted it to come out. And that one inside there. And again, it's just had a little custom light. Looks like a little holster there. So one side, it will be inside out. These won't be in it. I'll sew up the sides, which ain't going to be that sort of I've made it a lot more difficult to do because there's more material inside. I've got to be careful. I sew just down the sides and then turn it inside out will be a bit of a pain, but hey ho, nothing said it was easy. So when you've got the pouch finished, it will be like that, flap coming over, buckle there, and there's where that strap comes. That's the shortest I can get it, and as I can say, I'll just show you that. That's what it's going to look like on the inside, troops, because this is the last time you're going to see it. Again, a one loop there, that will go down into, and I will make it, see all these sharp pointy things, I'm going to get some plastic tubing and just sort of vac form it, just to put a slip over that and all the other ones, so they're not going to damage any of my kit or actually poke through, because these are quite sharp and it's only Cador and Island, they will eventually poke through. So I will be doing a, I have to discuss with Bruce, a vac form. Do you know when you get the heat gun and then you squash it all down, rather like a Kydex sort of a thing, but it's only going to be a bit of cheap plumber's tubing. Again, don't weigh a great deal, because obviously I'm conscious about keeping the weight down in this. So ladies and gents, that's what's inside the pouch. I'm going to come around and make sure you can clearly see it. Yes, we can. I'll just point out the actual bits once more. There's a pouch on the inside which I've sewn on, sized it all up, sewed it along there. Don't need to come all the way down the sides, along the bottom, and there we see the green one just for the other two. The other two attachments, bearing in mind this has got 3 attachments on it. And again, I will make a small little pouch just to slip that all the way down on the inside, which will be fantastic. So ladies and gents, there you see a Mac Tightwad Solution 2. Well, a problem that's caused me to scratch my head for a bit, and yeah, I think that's got to work now. The only other thing I've got to do now is take it in and sew it all inside out and pull it through. Again, it will be placed inside out, and again I'm going to sew down that edge, reinforcing that bit because that's going to be a stress point. Sew down that edge all the way down and then pull it inside out, which can be a bit of a pain at times, but it's just that's just the way you've got to do things. So hopefully that's kept you up to date, ladies and gents. 2 pouches in a pouch, one to store stuff and stop it, metal on metal, jingling, banging sound, whatever you want to call that. So I'll see you shortly. Right, ladies and gents, I've been inside there. Here it is, still inside out. I've sewed it down the sides, not along the bottom because it's one continuous piece of material, all the way down the sides there. Obviously I've reinforced it at the stress points, which will be the top there, but this will just be your last chance to see the pouch inside a pouch. That goes in there, okay, separating it from the main compartment, and then the other side, 2 pouches. Again, I've done a pouch within a pouch. That's going to go in there, out of the way, stop it all banging about, and that one down inside there. Now I've got to take my dogs for a walk, bless them, and I've got the unenviable task. Ooh, got a bit of wind there, not sure if it's taking my voice or not. Magic, push the old camera button and things start happening, don't they? But yeah, I've got the unenviable task now of taking the bottom end and pushing it all the way through, so the light green, obviously the outside's on the outside, because you sew that up as you see it there, inside out, and then you push the bottom all the way through and then you pull it through. I'll be making funny faces and probably doing a few swear words, so I won't capture that on cam. So the next time we'll have a look at how it's going to be when it's fully pulled through. But just wanted to show you how I've done that, sewed it on, tacked it down the sides, along the top there, pouch on a pouch, and again on the other side there, so it will take the long fork, as I call it. Anyway, this is getting a bit long, so I'll shut up and get it done. Right, ladies and gents, I'll try and keep this quick, because after a lot of huffing and puffing and a few choice words, got it sewn up anyway. Like I say, I was having a bit of a dead end on the old sewing, so I just took something incredibly difficult to sort of break me out of the duck, if that makes sense. Apologies for the kids playing outside, but that's what kids do. And they're all round by the houses and safe where the mums and dads want them to be. They are a bit noisy though. Right, let's crack on with this. Sewed the loop on, sewed it down the sides again. As I said from last time, still got a couple of threads there, but yeah, locking clock. Probably made that a bit long. I've just tied it there, just like I'll sort out what size I really want it. But bearing in mind this has the ability to take something a lot longer should it need to do so, but it's designed to take that in there with the easiest possible stress. Like I say, attached to the side of a Bergen, it is long, I can't make it any shorter, and on the back we've got obviously the D-ring, 50mm seatbelt material, so it can be tied off at any convenient points you've got on a Bergen. So that's what the back looks like. Just make sure that's all in there, and yes it is. So ladies and gents, can all this disappear into there? Well, again, I don't do no fancy editing, so let's just see if I can get it right first time. Remember where everything goes. That will be the long one in there. Nope, the long one's on that side. That's the shorter one on this side, and I'll just finish showing it up there. Mrs is having a moan at me because she wants to get the dinner ready. And remember the brown sleeve, I'm now putting that in the brown sleeve. I'll put that down that way, and hey ho, the bigger one straight down the middle. And let's do it up. Give it a little tie down so we've got no undue movement in there. Very nice. So there we go. And is it going to rattle? I'll not steel on steel anyway. So yeah, so I'm happy with that. I'm not sure if that's going to be too much in there. There's a pouch at the back. So there we go, ladies and gents. There's only 2 of them going to be made because that was a bit of a pain. I'm not going to say it was an all-day job, but that one is for Mac Tightwad, and obviously Ginger Bruce, part of the MTFU group, he well, sort of made that for me. This squirrel cooker, which you've just seen disappearing now. I think it's a fantastic bit of kit, mate. Bruce, that's just an idea of the one. Obviously, we said I'd make you a pouch for it, mate. I'm thinking I ain't going to do much better than that, mate. If you're happy with that, as soon as you give me some sizes and so forth, mate, it's a job done. I'll put away, you know, I'll say half a day, and I'll get that done for you, mate. But as I said earlier on, just to make this a little bit more interesting and a little, what other people have been calling a Mac pedition thing on it. Again, I might just cut that off. You always cut them a bit longer till you find out what you want. Remember, I put that little flat pouch on there. Okay. So what have we got in here? Jedi Warrior. And there's 2 of them. That one's empty at the moment, but inside here, it's always a good idea to have it. And I've just whacked a few in there. I'm going to completely fill that up. I'll try and zoom in on this a bit for you. Focus for me. Yeah, the old well, Cafe, Creme or Hamlet tins. There at work smoking, grabbed a few tins. Always like to have some of these in my pockets. That one will be filled up. Inside there you'll see there's the mop and candle fire lighters, little box of matches in there. There's going to be a fire starting kit, always kept, as I say, in that little pouch at the bottom. No reason why you can't have that. So you've got a completely self-contained unit, and again, no matter what happens, you've always got a way of, several different ways of making fire on you at all times. So ladies and gents, again, I didn't say at the front of this video, the start of this video, there's more than a few people asked me just to show how I would make a squirrel cooker. Colonel Chimp, I have not forgot your one, mate. Your one's only got 2 parts, so it's going to be like a look same as that, mate, but a simpler design. It won't have all the actual sleeves inside. I've not forgot that, mate. You are definitely on my list, but as you know, Rome wasn't built in a day when it comes to making things, mate, because I've been sitting there staring at the machine thinking, oh blimey. But anyway, ladies and gents, there's the old Mac Tightwad squirrel cooker cover, and with these little velcro keeping it closed, so no matter what happens, I've always got plenty of different ways of making fire. There we go, velcro down, and there we go, ladies and gents. I'm quite liking that. I'll tell you what, I'll go and I'll weigh that and just see how much that weighs, the whole lot. Somebody will want to know. And again, it's, can't make it any shorter. the shorter you make it, I thought about cutting that original pole down, but the shorter you make it, the less effective it will be. That's 27 inches, and I think the last ones I made, which guys are buying, and there's a guy, I can't remember his name, goes to Forester Dean, he's made a lot of them for the blokes, and again I think it's the same one as Colonel Chimp's got. It's 25 inches anyway, 25 by 3 inches I think I was making the simple slip pouches. But just on that, that will be a multi-purpose pouch, because when I'm just taking the lighter weight, and again as you can see, that will fit just straight in there. That's the lighter weight squirrel cooker that James, the bushcraft blacksmith, he was at the MTFU meet, cracking weekend. Yeah, got myself a lighter weight one, so I've got lightweight and heavyweight, which I like, always have options. And the other such pouch I had with the multiple attachment points in here, obviously I'm just going to be carrying the one. It's my fold down store from Military Mart. Love that bit of kit, and just for the want of easy, they're the 2 bits of rod that keep the mosquito netting off my face on me hammock. So all that again will go into there. I will just have the one bag with me. So ladies and gents, obviously if you did a bit of sewing up, I hope that's of interest to you, and I'm sort of quite happy with how that's turned out as it goes. Pain in the bum to do, there's only 2 of them, that's one for me and one for Bruce. Right ladies and gents, take care and be safe everybody.